Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today we are talking about Alperen Sengun. Here are his statistics real quick as a starter. 17.7 points, 9.6 rebounds, 2.6 assists, 1.1 blocks, 58.1% from the field, 67% true shooting, which is crazy. And this is the best part, drum roll please, because the one game I went to earlier this season, he had, I believe, he shot 4 of 10 from the free throw line, and that was against the Grizzlies. So what was that? The second game of the season, the home opener. Sengun went 4 of 10 from the free throw line, if I'm not mistaken, and it was like, uh-oh. He's shooting 88.1% from the free throw line. That's 37 out of 42 attempts. So the craziest part is Sengun is 20 years old. He turned 20 years old August, September, October, less than 4 months ago. Alperen Sengun turned 20 years old. So clearly this past summer, whether he was working with Hakeem, whether he was playing overseas, clearly it has done so much for Sengun. And if you're wondering, his minute average, it's around 28 minutes a night. I cannot believe that Bruno Fernando started the first game and the second game and what was it, the third game? When did Bruno get hurt? I think it was the second game. I cannot believe it. Like, I genuinely can't. No, wait. Bruno got injured the second game, so I think Bruno technically got the first 2 starts, right? And then wasn't it the third game Usman started over Sengun? I mean, it's crazy. The good news for Sengun, I guess, you know, none of us are rooting for injuries, right? I don't think I need to say that, but just to get that out there. Bruno Fernando, apparently, the report 2 days ago, last couple of days, is that he's still ways away. He's at least weeks away. So that's good news because, I hate that he got injured, and I was eager to see how Bruno would do once he got extended, once we officially brought Bruno back after finishing the year with us. I was excited. Well, I didn't know that meant he was going to start over Sengun. I think that is actually absolutely absurd. It definitely doesn't help Steven Silas's case for coming back as a coach. I mean, if I'm Stone, I'm looking at myself, I'm thinking, wait, Sengun's averaging 18, 10, 2.5 with a block. He's shooting like 67% true shooting is unreal. And we're getting close to history here. I don't want to get too ahead of myself because we're 11 games into the season, but if I'm the GM of the Rockets, I'm thinking to myself, well, that doesn't make sense. Like, even today, there was that press conference or there was that presser with Silas saying, oh, Josh Christopher will play. Don't worry. Trust me, he'll play. I just don't get it. Like, he looked fine in the summer league. He looked great last season. He played, almost every game for us. He played 73 games for us last season. Yeah, it started like, he wasn't getting 2 minutes a night. He was getting like, 7 to 10 minutes a night. Late rotation, 10th, 11th guy on our spot. I don't get why he's not playing right now. I don't. This video isn't about Silas, but I don't think he returns as the Rockets coach, especially if the Rockets don't win, especially if we have a bottom 5 record in the NBA. It's hard to constitute bringing him back. He's just. I feel like repeatedly he shoots himself in the foot with just all this. How do you not start Alperen Sengun? I mean, that was a whole critique last season, and, my thing was Sengun in the first game of the season didn't look great for us at all. So the critiques were like, okay, last year he was 19, this year he's 20. However, we kind of have to know if our franchise center is on our roster, right? We kind of have to know if Sengun fits with Jalen Green. We kind of have to know if he fits with Kevin Porter Jr. We kind of have to know if, like, that group of 3 mesh together, throw in Jabari, throw in Tari. We kind of have to, like, see if those guys work. So it's actually mind-boggling to me. I can't really believe it. But thankfully, Sengun is back in the starting lineup. 7 straight starts for him now. Houston doesn't play today, but I can't wait. I mean, watching Sengun right now, he's a master at work. He plays with this patience, and clearly you want to implement him in the offense. It doesn't necessarily mean it's like Jokic where, I need to get him the ball. If we're in transition, if it's a fast break, like, I need to find him. I guess that's not necessarily the case with Jokic, but you get what I'm saying. Like, you want to move the offense, you want to run the offense, or at least a good chunk of the offense through Sengun because he's such a skilled passer. He has such a crazy arsenal of offensive moves. Like, he already had these last season, but this year it's like times 2. He's clearly reached another level of post moves and just offensive skill set. He's not shooting crazy. He's not, shooting 30% or over 30% from downtown this season. And there'll still be moments where he looks hesitant. It's just simply, to me, because he's looking for the best shot. He doesn't believe if it's truly the best shot. So Sengun will take 1 3 a night. Sometimes you'll see him take 2 3s, and some nights he goes 1 on 1. Some nights he goes 1 on 2. Some nights he goes 0 for 1. So it's a step in the right direction, but that free throw percentage to me is so crazy important. I mean, he's shooting 88% from the free throw line as a starter. It's awesome. That was a huge knock, not only for the Houston Rockets, because we were by far, guys, last season, we were like, it wasn't even close. And if you watched the Rockets last season, you know what I'm talking about. Like, we don't even need statistics to back that one up. We were the worst free throw shooting team. I mean, it was day in, day out, 60-something% from the free throw line. And, Sengun was a part of it. Christian Wood was a part of it. Kevin Porter Jr. was a part of it. And it looked like it started to feed into people, or spread out throughout the team. Even if Jalen Green went 5 of 7 from the free throw line, it just kind of felt like it was starting to infect the rest of the team, just how badly we were shooting from the free throw line. So if it's not abundantly clear, Alperen Sengun should start the rest of the season. It's something we need to see, and that was a huge thing heading into the year was, do we have our franchise center? Is our franchise center Sengun? Is it Usman Garuba? Is it Bruno Fernando? Now it's very evident. I feel like it still always was pretty evident. Maybe not necessarily that we have a franchise center on our roster, but that Sengun was the best center on our roster. We had Willie Cauley-Stein. We, have Boban still, who's awesome. Just definitely not eating into Sengun's minutes. I feel like I'm missing somebody. Who am I? I'm definitely missing somebody. Last year we had Tice. Christian Wood didn't help as well. So it's nice to not only see Sengun get these starts, see the minute increase, but just the efficiency, the production. He's getting his teammates involved. I mean, he's such a skilled passer, and it really is crazy that he's 20 years old. It's just actually insane. So he has the starting spot to me for the rest of the season. There's no ifs, ands, or buts on that. I don't really think you could make a counter argument. I get maybe if you wanted to, you could say, well, Bruno had it and never really lost it. It's like, well, the injury kind of lost it to me. So tough luck for Bruno, but that doesn't mean you can't give him minutes off of the bench. It's just, this is clearly our best center. This is one of our best players on the team. It's one of our best playmakers on the team. He's one of the best. It's just, the list doesn't end. So that's it for today, man. Go ahead, show some love down below. Let me know your thoughts on Alperen Sengun so far this season. Do you think, I guess we'll start with yes or no. Do you think Sengun is the Houston Rockets franchise center? That's it for today. I'll see you guys later.